There are so many popular finance books that it's hard to know which ones will actually make you financially free. But don't worry, not only have I read the books in this video, I have also ranked and summarized the key points within these books so that you don't have to waste your time finding the right ones. So let's get right into it.
Alright, first up is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The first tip I got from this book is that assets put money in your pocket and liabilities take money from your pocket. Buy a house and it will increase in value over time in terms of that in 10 years you'll be able to take the profit by selling the house. Whereas if you buy a car from the dealership, after you leave the dealership it will reduce in value by 20% and over time it will reduce in value furthermore. Which do you want? Apply this to the things in your life and you'll be able to understand what an asset and a liability is and eventually get wealthy. The second tip is develop your passive income and not your active income. Very simply put, passive income is money you get without spending time, and active income is money you get while spending time. An example of active income is getting a 9 to 5. Passive income is gained by spending money in assets like real estate or a business. So try to get passive income. It's harder to develop, but it will be worthwhile if you're patient enough. Third is work for skills and not money. If you get these skills to be able to apply to a business like communication, logistical issues and problem solving and mentality, you will be able to get much more money if you just kept working a 9 to 5. So get those skills. Be effective, read books, and if you're in a job, try to get the skills. For example, if you work at the register, you'll be able to get communication skills very easily, and any other skill you'll be able to develop. So now, I would probably put this book at B tier, although it has some K a year, while a entrepreneur gets 40K a year. That banker, however, has to work 16 hours a day, while the entrepreneur only has to work 4 hours a week. Who's earning more? In terms of relative income, it's the entrepreneur, but in terms of absolute income, it's the banker, but he doesn't have enough time to spend it. And this is where the book basically incorporates time as a currency as much as money is. So this is why I like this book a lot. The second tip it goes through is stop absorbing useless information. There's a lot of information on the web that will give you motivational make-believe stuff. It will give you information that you can't even apply yet. So be careful with the information because you might waste a lot of time trying to get information when you could just get started. The third tip is effectiveness is better than efficiency. What this basically means is if you're effective towards your goal, you're going to get towards your goal. But efficiency doesn't exactly mean that you're going to get towards your goal. It just means you're efficient at getting to whatever direction you're pointed in. And for example, if I was efficient in getting a promotion in my job, and I got a promotion every 4 months or so, then I'm being efficient. But am I being effective towards the specific goal that I'm going to be wealthy? No. So be careful with where you're spending your energy and efforts, because in the end it might not even matter. It's actually a very nice book, has a lot of information, and it's more of a time management book as well as a finance book. I would put this at A tier. The next book is The Psychology of Money. The first tip I got from this is that understand when enough is enough. If you get a lot of money, when is it actually going to be enough? So try to keep the goal that you are getting money for that specific goal. For example, to escape the 9 to 5, to get a vacation, to never work a day in your life ever again. Those are good goals, but never get money for the sake of getting money. Second tip is no one enjoys your money more than you. Let's say you get a car, a Lamborghini or a BMW, for example. That one's probably more realistic. Now, if you try to flex your cars on everyone, chances are they won't care about you. They will look at the car, sure, but they don't care about the person inside the car, or the person inside the Gucci clothes, or the person wearing the perfume. You want to be careful about what you're spending your money on. Never spend it on status or impressing others, but only use it to give yourself freedom. Don't ever getting to the desire for money. Number 3 is money is used so that time is freed, and exactly, it just flows really well into this third tip, and it's that you use money to free up your time, not so that you get money to just spend it. The thing that we have that is only limited and it will eventually run out is time. Money, we can just get infinite amount of it, as much as we can, but time is running out by the second. So be careful with how you spend your time, and try to trade less time for more money. This book, amazing, S tier, has a lot more information that I couldn't possibly talk about within the span of 10 minutes. So it is going in the S tier. The next book I'm going to rate is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Now this book is really good because it's very practical and useful. The first tip is improve your credit score. How do you do this? Get a loan on whatever you want, then pay the debt in time. The credit card company or the bank is going to say, whoa, okay, so he can pay his credit debt in time. Once they understand this, they're going to improve your credit score, and they will allow you to get loans for less interest rates and a higher cap, which will allow you to get mortgages for real estate or a loan for anything that you need within a business. So that's very important. Second is getting started is better than becoming an expert. A lot of people, what they try to do is they research a lot, they learn a lot, they consume a lot of videos and books and try to get as much information as possible to get wealthy. But the problem is they're not getting anywhere. Chances are their efforts are being very inefficient. What's better is to apply that information, to be practical, to apply it, and eventually get something that is actually tangible. Number 3 is use the 50-30-20 rule, and this is a very just convenient rule that you can use if you have a job already, and it's very simple. 50 involves spending 50% of your income on your needs, which is utility, rent, food, and so on. 30 is your wants, what you want to spend it on, your hobbies and so on. And 20 is what you save. That is the most important part. You save that 20 and invest that 20 in stocks, and you eventually get a bit more money. Alright, so this book, very practical. You can apply a lot of the information, and I do recommend this book. It's not brilliant, I'd say, but it's quite effective. I would probably put this at B tier. Honestly, yeah, I'd probably put this in a B tier. Think and Grow Rich. The first tip is desire the money and believe you'll get it. So this book is it's more about a positive mindset, a growth mindset, you should say. And it talks a lot about how to get the money by mental means and how to prepare yourself. It's very abstract, which is why I don't like the book entirely, so I might not explain this properly. But pretty much, if you desire the money and believe you will get it, you will get motivated eventually. The second tip is auto-suggestion and visualization. Now this tip is really good. There's been a test that has been done, an experiment, where 2 basketball teams, Team A and Team B. Team A plays basketball, and Team B visualize themselves playing basketball. Now they both did this for the same amount of time, and it has been seen that they improved at the same rate, which is quite impressive. So in a way, visualization is very good for training when you can't train. Specialized knowledge. This is where you get knowledge in your own sector. Try to get specialized knowledge so that you are the very few that people will go to. In general, I'm going to put Think and Grow Rich quite low. I'm going to say D tier. It's just too much make-believe, and it's an insane amount of filler. A very iconic book, but only for the title of it, in my opinion. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I have another video that I've
recorded 2 weeks ago on how to get free books. And that's all. See ya.